We're going to proceed directly into the City of Groton Mayor and Council meeting for Monday, August 7th, 2017. Clerk Patrick, will you please call the roll?
Present are Mayor Keith Hendrick, Deputy Mayor Lawrence Garish, excuse me, I'm sorry, Councilors Jamal Beckford, Stephen Sheffield, Conrad Heath, Rashad Carter, Finance Director Ron Newhouse, Clerk Deborah Patrick.
Okay. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance and salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated.
Could I make a motion to suspend the rules and to move R-17-8-118 to after we salute the flag?
So moved.
I make a motion.
You made the motion.
Second.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, Councilor Beckford, you are the first one to read the resolution.
Sure. So, resolution, oh, sorry. Therefore be it resolved pursuant to Article X, Section 4A of the Charter of the City of Groton, that the mayor hereby appoints and the city council approves the appointment of Michael Spellman as the chief of police for the city of Groton, and that the appointment be effective August 8th, 2017, and that the mayor be authorized to sign a contract of employment between the city of Groton and Michael Spellman.
Second.
Hold on. Did you move?
I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Are there going to be any remarks before you approve it? Usually,
My remarks?
no, usually whoever is approved who's appointing.
I'm sorry, say it again. We're going to open it to remarks?
Comments. He did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's-
I missed it.
Well, any discussion? So let me go back. Is there any discussion? No discussion. Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carries. Clerk
Are
Patrick,
we ready?
I will turn it over to you for the swearing in and the ceremony.
Okay. We are going to go in front of the podium, so you're facing the camera. And all you're going to do is say,
I, Michael J. Spellman,
do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut. I will discharge the duties of Chief of Police with the City of Groton in accordance with the law, the rules and regulations of the city and said department. I will faithfully serve our citizens and visitors with honor and integrity. I will promote and maintain the public trust and adhere to the department's code of ethics. I assume those obligations freely, voluntarily, and without reservation.
I do.
Congratulations.
Chief, the podium is yours.
Thank you. Mayor Hedrick, members of the City of Groton Council, members of the City of Groton Police Department, distinguished guests, family, and friends. I accept with significant professional pride the title of Chief of Police of the City of Groton. The City of Groton is a special community that has always provided a deep sense of community to those lucky enough to live here. Those that stood at Fort Griswold in defiance of tyranny, when the very future of America was in doubt, will look at what has been built here and opportunity in place today as to a resident of our city and see it as reflective of an America they envisioned. The most American of values, that of community, is so deeply interwoven into the fabric of what makes the City of Groton what she is. It is an honor to say you serve here, that one serves in this agency, and that one serves now. This is a very, very special community. Prior to going into further comments, I want to also thank and recognize publicly former Chief Daverin for a job well done, and thank Acting Chief Michael Galat, who will continue to serve the city as our Deputy Chief, for his leadership, professionalism, and ethics in recent months. Both men are consummate professionals. To our mayor and distinguished members of our city council and our citizens, I vow to serve honorably and faithfully and never swerve from the path of duty. The proud tradition of the City of Groton Police Department is the most solid of foundations to build on to face the challenges of tomorrow and those facing today's law enforcement professional. Our commitment to proactive community policing, engaging the public respectfully and in service for the greater good, to be the voice at the other end of the phone when one is in distress, the face and voice at the door when one is called for help. This agency is committed to do this and will not fail the people of the City of Groton that we are honored to serve. To members of the City of Groton Police Department, past and present, know you serve in an agency with a past filled with great accomplishment, commitment, and caring. Know that today its members serve in one of the best agencies in the state, serve in an accredited agency, and in one of the most progressive, diverse, and professional agencies in Eastern Connecticut. Our day-to-day efforts in recent years, aided by our community's significant support and a council committed to our mission, we have our community designated as recognized as one of the 10 safest in the state of Connecticut. We are a partnership, we are a team. And I can't say that enough. We are a partnership and we are a team. Our core values of honor, integrity, trust, and service must be adhered to. We will serve with integrity, ethics, commitment, and caring. I call on all to rally together, work to bring out each other's best, listen to those we serve, help all, and enforce honestly and faithfully our laws and regulations, and do so without fear or favor. Always strive to leave every call better for you having responded to help. We have an awesome responsibility, and our citizens deserve our best. Lastly, serve with a goal of operational excellence and superior service, so that when one thinks of superior law enforcement organizations, not only regionally but nationally, they think of the City of Groton Police Department. Anything less is not meeting the proud past of this agency and not meeting the significant professional potential I see in members of this department. I thank all for coming, and rest assured we will not let our community down. Thank you.
I do want to take this time to thank former Chief Daverin and the Acting Chief Mike Galat for what they've done in the past to carry us through. I appreciate this. I look forward to the efforts of the new chief and working with him, and I know that we will continue the excellence that we have fostered in the past. With this, we will recess the meeting for 10 minutes, and if you will adjourn to the auditorium, we have cake. We are back from recess. We will move on to recognitions, awards, and memorials. Does anyone have anything?
Yes.
Councilor Becker?
Let's see, on Wednesday, August 2nd, I went to the Economic Development Commission meeting. We discussed...
This is recognition, awards, and memorials?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're right, I jumped the gun.
Okay, nope. Does anyone have any? Because I have one. This is the plaque from the Town of Groton Parks and Rec Department 4th of July Parade 2017 Best Youth Participation Award, City of Groton Parks and Recreation. So this is the award that our Youth and Parks and Rec Department received. It was presented at a town council meeting, but I wanted to formally present it here at our meeting. So that will go in a place of honor once I determine where that is. Anything else on recognition, awards, and memorials?
I just would like to thank all of the city staff members who were available to help on City Day, Mary Hill and her staff for everything they do to set things up, and Groton Utilities for everything they did to help us to make everything successful and have so much fun with the kids.
Well, and I agree with that. I want to take it one step further. I want to thank you for your personal attention to this, because the City Day wouldn't exist without your efforts. So you're the mastermind behind it all, and we do have people that are helping and assisting. The counselors were there that also helped. I want to thank you. We had department heads cooking. That was great. And we had Groton Utilities that were there with the different displays. And we had, I think it was a successful event. If you looked at the number of people and the number of kids that were on the field with all the activities there, the number of people that we fed, that was tremendous. And also our Jacqueline B. Nixon Award winner, who was Marcia Gipstein, that was tremendous. And what she gives back to the community through Ledge Light is tremendous. So thank you, Deb. All right, receipt of citizen petitions. Okay, seeing none, we'll skip response to citizens petitions. We need an approval, a motion to approve the July 17, 2014 mayor and council minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. And we need a motion for the July 24, 2017 Committee of the Whole minutes.
So move. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Excuse me, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. Communications and reports. Councilor Beckford.
Thank you, Mayor. On Wednesday, August 2nd, I attended the Economic Development Commission meeting, and we discussed business improvement districts, which is kind of interesting and maybe something we would think about in Groton City. And then on Friday, August 4th, I attended Groton City Day, which was fun. It was a great event.
It truly is, so thank you. Councilor Sheffield.
Nothing to report.
Okay, Councilor Heath.
On August 2nd, I attended the Board of Education Liaison meeting, and had very good discussion on different ways that we could partner or more or less improve communication between the Town Council, City Council, Board of Ed. One of the things that they are doing now is putting out a little bit of a newsletter. So I've signed this all up so that we'll receive this by email.
Oh, very nice.
So you're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, that's great.
And then just to report out on something, they had a grant that they've used to sort of enhance their social media presence, and they were looking for city departments like our police department or city website to share some of their information. So I told them that that sounded like a good idea, and we could get back to them on working out the details.
Sure.
Because you use existing staff. They have actually a grant that's paying for someone to come in to do this for them. So that's very good. And then on August 4th, I attended City Day and assisted in opening and spreading out the hamburger buns, so it was a lot of fun. And then on the 5th, the very next day, I was able to go to the U.S. Coast Guard Guardian Big Band Jazz concert at Fort Griswold, and that was really, really special.
Very good. Councilor Carter.
Just like some of you guys, I attended the City Day, which was it's a good time. So nothing else.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Garrish.
And I also attended the City Day the first year in many. I haven't volunteered. I apologize to Deb for not helping out, but I had some personal issues that had to be taken care of. But I compliment you, as the mayor did, for all your hard work. That's all.
Okay. A couple of things. First, before I get into the things that I went on, or attended rather. Groton Utilities has been working on the plan to replace the existing streetlights for approximately a year. And when you guys leave tonight, if you go outside and look at the lights in the parking lot, you'll notice that these lights have already been changed. It is a fiscal year 2018 planned project. During a July 25, 2017 Town Council Committee of the Whole meeting, a referral was made to eliminate funding for streetlights to the City of Groton for fiscal year 2019 unless Groton Utilities converts streetlights to LED. The utilities director, his management staff, and I met with the town manager at the operations building on Monday, July 31st, to discuss the LED replacement plan and resolve the misunderstanding of the town council, which led to the referral. The town manager has a copy of the plan. We also conducted a tour of the operations building with the town manager. And then the town manager reported to the town council on August 1st, 2017, the information he received from Groton Utilities. And we will talk more about this during the resolution when it comes up. On July the 19th, I attended a special Bosra Utilities Commission meeting, and I had a meeting with L&M Occupational Health to talk about occupational health issues here and wellness here in the city, so that we can help the employees be healthier and to potentially reduce injuries on the job site. I also had a Groton Utilities safety team meeting that I attended, and then I attended a Groton Business Association Business After Hours with the Thames River Heritage Park down at Fort Street. On the 20th, July the 20th, I attended the Health and Safety Committee meeting here. One of the things that we are working on is a what am I calling it? Safety. Culture of safety. So the culture of safety is what is the program that we're calling it, and what it is doing, it is calling attention to safety. It is doing things like reiterating that safety should be a trade skill just like your job skills are. It's talking about training, specific training, but also generalized training. We're going to look at metrics. We are going to do job site observations and look for violations, and then share best practices and look for root causes. There's also going to be training for the managers that we will be working with in order to train managers how to do incident investigations and root cause analysis. On Thursday night, I attended the Friends of Fort Griswold and presented a Patriot Award to David Rose, well deserving for all of his efforts associated with Fort Griswold. And if you go into the Fort Griswold, you'll notice that there is a new foundation that is laid out in granite of where the original barracks was when Fort Griswold was up and operating initially. On Friday the 21st, I attended an Anna Warner Bailey Committee meeting, and I had lunch with the town manager. The town manager and I are meeting once a month, having lunch. We're discussing issues that are pertinent to both the city of Groton and the town of Groton, so that we can look at teaming and sharing of services and things where both will benefit and sovereignty is maintained for both the city and for the town. On the 23rd of July, I had the honor of attending an Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Alexander Hoth at the Sacred Heart School. On the past Tuesdays, I've been attending the Farmers Market with Field of Greens. That is a great thing to attend if you haven't been there. You get fresh produce there. There's meat products, milk products, flowers. There's lots to do. It is from 3 to 6. On the 26th, I attended a Bosra Utilities Commission meeting, followed by a Groton Utilities Commission meeting. And then later that night, I attended the Children First Groton Leadership Group at the Groton Public Library. On the 27th, I attended Mark Offinger's retirement party, the previous town manager. And on the 28th, attended a mobile food pantry at St. John's Christian Church, where we passed out food for 125 families. So that's 120, basically families of 4. So it looks like we're able to feed approximately 500 people. And then on August 2nd, there was a non-evaluated plume exercise for Millstone. That gave us the opportunity. This was my first exercise as a mayor. I'd done it as a deputy mayor, but stepping in as a mayor is a little bit different, but it gave us an opportunity to exercise our plan and to work with the department heads and to exercise communications and discuss our actions in the event that Millstone had an accident. And finally, on Thursday, August 3rd, I met with the town mayor, Bruce Flax. We talked about getting the councils together in the future, so he's going to work with the town manager, and the town manager and I will work together to get the council together, the two councils together, so we can discuss things that could be beneficial to both the city and the town. I also talked to the mayor about if the council has any questions regarding the city or Groton Utilities issues, they can contact me, since I have an open door policy, and that includes the town as well. And I provided him with my contact information so that they could be there. And like everybody else, I attended City Day, great event. And then the last thing was the Guardian Big Band at Fort Griswold. And I want to remind everybody that on the 9th, which is Wednesday, the Coast Guard Band will be at Brantford House as part of the Yukon Avery Point 50th anniversary celebration. That's from, I think, 7 to 8 is when that is. But you can go to you can go to our website, and we have it posted on our website. If we don't have it posted now, we will have it posted soon. So that's it for my communication reports. Any committee referrals? Okay. I have a referral here, and I'm not sure which committee this should go to, so I'll open this up. The Friends of Anna Warner Bailey House want to establish and adopt the road ordinance. So would that go to community development, or would that go to public works?
What's a road ordinance?
Well, it's adopt the road.
Oh, adopt
It's
the road.
adopt
Gotcha.
the road ordinance.
Yeah,
So
public works, right? Or not? The
I
highway
would think
department.
it'd
or
be
public-
community, which would.
what would that be, community? Well, that's what I'm offering either one of you.
Well,
whoever
well,
wants
Jill-
it.
Well, Councilor Rusk isn't here, so
I'd
she's
be
the
happy to-
chair of,
I'd be happy to take it in public works if you want to assign it to someone who's here.
Okay. Could you pass this down to
But it's
Patrick,
ma-
please?
It's maintenance, you know? So
Well,
they do-
it's, what it is that you've seen the adopt
Yeah, I've
the
seen
road, you know, where people go out and they clean up.
Sweep
What
up
this
and
group
clean
would
up.
like to do is to adopt the area in front of the Anna Warner Bailey, or the roads on the side of Anna Warner Bailey, and then, keep it clean. And so they recommended an ordinance here, so I wanted to get it to the right committee. So that'll be Public Works for now. If you find out it's not, then we'll shift it to Community Development.
One thing.
Did I give you, you don't have a, did I not
I
have
have
enough?
one.
It's okay.
oh.
Oh no, there were supposed to be enough
Because, well,
copies.
He's on the Public Works Committee, so I guess.
Oh, that's
he
right.
needs- he
You're on
would
Public
certainly
Works.
need a
So it needs to
copy,
go to
yeah.
the Public Works guys. That's you three?
Yeah.
Who's the third Public
Uh,
Works?
For
Council
economic
Becker.
development?
You and I and Joe.
Conrad.
Oh, Conrad.
Conrad, yeah, it's-
Who's on Public?
it's-
You're on, okay.
Yeah,
That's where it should go.
okay.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
So I believe it's appropriate under the communications and referrals.
Okay.
I just wanted to point out, and you might already be aware of it, our welcome to City of Groton sign at the Rotary
Yes.
is not lit.
Oh, I did not
At least
know
it
that.
wasn't last night,
Okay.
and I think that's important.
No, I
There's
agree with
people
you.
coming in.
Okay.
So, I don't know if, I know there's lights there. I don't know if they're electric or solar,
I'll find out tomorrow.
but
Welcome sign is not lit. Not a problem.
I think it's important that we keep it looking nice.
I agree with you 100%. I don't normally come in that way at night, so I would have missed it, but thank you very much for pointing that out.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else for committee referrals? Okay, we'll continue on with new business. Deputy Mayor Garish, we would be at Resolution R-17-8-119.
Yes, Resolution R-17-8-119, whereas at its regular meeting on May 15th, 2017, the Mayor and Council approved Resolution R-17-588 to accept a donation from Haley Keeler. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council rescind Resolution R-17-5-88. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? This is if you remember, we had a resolution where we were going to send the money to the Anna Warner Bailey chapter of the DAR, and there was a discussion. That motion was voted down, and we said we would bring back a rescind motion, and that's what this motion's for. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Councilor Sheffield?
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution R-17-8-120. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council amend the construction contingencies for the water treatment plant improvements project from 10.1% as originally approved by Resolution R-17-4-81 to 10.77% in an amount not to exceed $4,728,330.00 to concur with a letter dated June 30th, 2017 from the State of Connecticut Department of Public Health. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Director Gaudet, would you mind addressing this, please?
This is the water treatment plant project. It's a large project, so it's a fairly large contingency. The budget numbers were all finalized, going through the state approval process. There was a decision made to keep the total of the project rounded off to 54 million. And since other budgetary numbers had fallen a little bit, the contingency was raised to make up the difference to keep the total of the project rate at 54 million, which is the approved bonding and loan amount for the project. That's basically the bottom line of what happened. I'll answer any questions about it at all.
Any questions or comments on this resolution? Okay. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Councilor Reed?
Resolution R-17-8-121. Therefore, be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to approve a project for $856,000 and no cents, utilizing funds available in Groton Utilities Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative (RGGI) fund held at the Connecticut Municipal Electric Energy Cooperative (CMEC) to convert the existing street lighting to new LED technology to include material installation, labor, project management, GIS mapping, environmental disposal of hazardous waste, disposal costs, dumpsters, associated materials, and contingency funds. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Lynn, would you like to discuss this with council?
Certainly. Well, as you said a few moments ago, it's been over a year of work to develop this plan. We participated with the identical lighting assessment team, Tanco Incorporated, that the town had, followed their lead with that. That organization has basically gone through all our street lights, and we've got maps with every light documented and audited. Those lights were then converted to the LED equivalent, so we know what light is going to go back in at that one spot. To achieve all of this is going to be a rather lengthy process of about 2 months. We hope to have it accomplished. The lights were awarded via contract to Cooper Division of Eaton Industries, a lighting manufacturer. I have a sample over there on the wall if you care to see it lit up even. And that $856,000 also lit the lights presently around the City Hall as a demonstration project, so people can come and see that. That LED pattern is projected onto the ground with a more severe spot technique, but it's designed in a pattern with the photometrics to take and scatter the light. So you'll see it tonight with enough darkness, or coming up on it, to be able to see around the City Hall here. So the 856,000 includes all the mapping, engineering, installation with our own labor, our own line personnel will be putting it in, and the acquisition of the lights and the photocells. Much more energy efficient and going to save a lot of energy. Yes?
That was my question. What percentage of, less electrical expense?
The reduction is in the 40 to 50%, 40 to 50% reduction in the energy output with the same light output or even better. Their selection of the shape of the footprint of the light and the wattage of the LED light has been selected to enhance and improve the lighting. The color spectrum is also going away from the high-pressure sodium, which is that yellow hue, to a more clear white-blue pattern of light.
These heads, if you look at the heads compared to the old heads that are being removed, they're much lighter. So there's an efficiency gain there as well. Do you have any other comments?
My next comment, I guess, the longevity of how long the lights are.
Longevity
Yes.
is a wonderful thing. The HPS, high pressure sodium, had a general life of 25 to 30,000 lumens, and they deteriorated. These have a 100,000 hour life on them. They also have a 10-year warranty on the head. So if a head fails, we just take it off, return it to the manufacturer, and we get a new head. It's going to lengthen the life of it and lower the number of truck rolls, as we call them, to minimize further expenses of the maintenance of the older lights. And the older lights vary up to 30 years. We had some that less than that long. And the photocells are replaced multiple times. These photocells last as well for the length of time.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Deputy Mayor Garrett.
Was there a projected long-term savings that would equal the expense involved at all?
Well, that's a yes. There is a payback with the energy. The capital cost, the lighting fixture is more expensive. We're group relamping them, so all the asset value of all this will go on our books and be depreciated over a 15-year period, which is half the projected life of the fixtures.
And a follow-up question was, throughout the city, is there an estimated time when the job will be complete, or?
What we have been told by the manufacturer, it's a 2 to 4 week order time once we issue the PO. After that, we're planning on putting up about, with the crews, about a 2-month period, weather permitting and crisis and storms and alike, to allow us enough time to get it in. We'll have it in before the end of this calendar year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Councilor Carter.
R-117-8-122. There it be resolved that the mayor and council, am I getting the wrong one? Hold on.
Yeah, 122 down the bottom.
Yep, that's it.
I'm all set? All right.
Down the bottom.
Yep. Therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council authorize Groton Utilities Management to waive the bidding process of policy number 1004, policy and procedures governing the purchasing or practices of Groton Utilities, and utilize the National and Governmental Purchasing Alliance, National IPA, for material purchases for the LED streetlight conversion project, and to issue a purchase order in the amount not to exceed $302,900 and no cents to Wesco Distributing Incorporated, 15 Executive Boulevard, Orange, Connecticut, for the purchase of the Cooper fixtures and eye lighting photo cells for the LED street light conversion project. I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Lynn, would you like to, is just a continuation
It's
of the support?
it's a continuation. The bid process was run between two different state-approved associations. One was the IPA, and the other, the name forgoes me. Maybe Ron, you remember? Yeah, that was the other one. So we actually had bids between the two state auctioned programs, bid processes, and this was the lower cost, the preferred manufacturer, and the preferred installation process. And even they ship them in large containers so that we don't have to be faced with 2,131 cardboard boxes after the fact, so that it's a prudent, energy efficient, as well as a sustainable factor that was all considered to make sure that we get a better lighting system and not disrupt the environment.
Any other questions or comments? Councilor Sheffield.
I guess to Ron, as far as the bidding, for those only the two state required, or there couldn't be anything outside of that scope as far as the...
What they did was they piggybacked the bid off of a co-op, U.S. Commodities being one of them, and the National IPA. So these organizations actually did the bid process, and when they put out the bid, they received the bids, they went through, they screened them, and it's kind of like the state bid when we do vehicles off the state bid. It's very similar to this. So they've gone through that whole process, and now we're just using their work to benefit. And I believe that they looked, Len and his group looked at it to make sure that this was a good price, that it wasn't, that if we bid it ourselves, that we wouldn't do any better.
Any other questions or comments? Director Cadet?
Yeah, one of the things GU is looking at right now is we have a separate procurement policy from the city. And what we've learned by using the state bid process to buy vehicles as the city uses is that there's some really competitive ways to get vehicles at really low prices using these purchasing vehicles. So GU's actually, we're going to regroup and modify our procurement policy to be able to use these bid vehicles and leverage those in our processes. So, you know, it sounds kind of funky that we're waiving our procurement policy, but we're just not following the exact rules that are written in our policy. It's also a bit archaic and old, so it needs to be updated. So I've made a commitment to sit and go do that in the next, I don't know, in the next quarter or so.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. No executive session, therefore there's no comments from executive session. With that, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention. Okay, we're adjourned.